Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am your hostess and your melanated queen. Today, we're going to get into the topic of about melanated culture. The fact that I keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again in my videos. No one seems to care. But when I talk about celebrities, everyone wants to tune in, okay? So if we talked about Nicki Minaj, if we talked about Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, people want to focus in on that. All right, so I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. Heute ist Mittwoch. Today is Wednesday, you all. Guten Tag, or good day to everyone that's out there. Now, what I want to get into is, look, I just saw an interview posted by Shannon Sharp. And in Shannon Sharp's interview, he's interviewing Ray J. The topic says that Ray J is now with Floyd Mayweather's ex. Who cares? Who cares about these people? You do, melanated people. Y'all care about other people's affairs so much more than your own lives, which is why we are not getting anywhere in society. We cannot afford, and I say this again, we cannot afford to be worried about the affairs of everyone else outside of ourselves when I know that economically we are the most disenfranchised around the globe. We are the ones that are the most oppressed around the globe, so much that it is affecting our children in the school systems, and no one seems to care. No one cares at all because they're worried about celebrity gossip, Jordans, hair weave, and smoking weed, partying, drinking, turning up, twerking, and getting drunk. So when you talk about this, people will automatically unsubscribe, tune you out, don't want to watch it, all of this nonsense. Click off the video. I don't care. I have to talk about it because I have never seen such dysfunction in my entire life, and until we actually, and I keep saying this, until we moved back to the United States. When we got back to America, I was like, what in the world is this? And the more I have lived here, the worse it continues to get, all right? And let's get into the whole thing, because I know people have been listening to the P. Diddy stuff that's going on with him. Jaguar Wright has done a multitude of interviews. Gene Deal has been doing interviews. And while this is all entertaining, what is it doing for your personal life? Is it really changing your life on a daily basis? No, it's not. Donald Trump has been convicted. And yes, while that is very interesting, because I do think that there are several plays at hand behind that, is it affecting your daily life? No, it is not. All right. Ray J being with Floyd Mayweather's ex is not affecting your daily life. But yet and still, people have so much time to tune in. Melanated people have so much information on everybody else's affairs but their own. When it comes to being financially disenfranchised, they can't figure out how to get ahead in life. But yet they have so much time on their hands to invest in other people's business, which is why we are in the state that we are in today. And this is not going on just a macrocosmic level. This is on a microcosmic level, because there are people in your neighborhoods looking out of their windows, focused on what you're doing sometimes when you go to your car, when you take your trash out, when you come from the grocery store, when you're bringing bags in from shopping. How do I know? Because I've been through it before. Yes, melanated people have so much attention on those around them that does not involve their lives, that they are fixated on other people's affairs. And because of their attention and their fixation on others, they cannot and will not and shall not and won't focus on their own lives. All right. Everybody claims to be a social media influencer. What are they influencing people to do? Take Instagram pics and look like a thought. How are you influencing anything in life? You basically can come on and put filters on yourself, pounds and tons of makeup, pounds and tons of weave, sit there and put on eyelashes that look like bats flying out of who knows where, spider webs, and whatever else you want to call it, pounds of hair weave that is synthetic, that's probably causing a lot of you to act crazy, and call yourself real. Okay, not to mention the fake nails that are toxic, not to mention the fake body parts, the enhancements, the body mutilation, the self-mutilation. People don't focus on this right here. People don't focus on what's inside of them. When you talk about eating healthy, oh no, melanated people don't want to hear about eating healthy. That's boring. Why do I care about saving my life? Why do I care about living longer? Why do I care about curing myself through food? That's not important. Ray J being with Floyd Mayweather's ex is more important and entertaining, so I'm going to listen to that and tune into that. Nicki Minaj being arrested in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, is more important, so I think I'd rather tune in and listen to that, because I don't want to take the time to think about my own affairs and problems, so I rather fixate myself on others. Hence is why we have the unnecessary situations that we have going on today in today's society, you all. When you have a whole bunch of melanated males making podcasts, gossiping about females, you know we have reached an all-time low. And I am disassociating myself with this nonsense. Brown Girls Are Beautiful is about people that, and you know what, when I say brown girls are beautiful, I'm not talking about girls, I'm talking about ladies, females, women, the likes of that sort, okay? We all were girls at one point in our lives. But I'm also speaking to, you know, the melanated people that are men as well, because I do have males that watch my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to me. I appreciate it. But I'm talking about those that are elevated, the people that are enlightened, and the people that are on a higher mental level. Because one thing about me is I cannot entertain folly. All right, when people don't have anything to talk about, I am not interested. People can easily turn me off if they have no type of substance to them. There are a lot of YouTube channels that are like that, and it's really hard to find things to watch on YouTube when all they talk about are the same stuff. Celebrity gossip. Oh, I want to be a beauty influencer. Like, how many times do we have to see someone going shopping? How many times do we have to see someone doing their hair? How many times do we have to see someone putting on makeup? How many times do we have to see somebody basically living a false facade? Okay? Because if you really get into the reality of what's going on with most people in America, all right, and I'm talking about the United States, they are not living this fabulous, magnificent, glamorous, fake celebrity lifestyle that they're pushing to you on social media and Instagram. Everybody wants to take and pose for the camera and act like they have no type of issues going on in their lives. Y'all, they're selling you a false facade, and it is ridiculous. That's why when I come on the channel, I talk about things that really happen in real time, in real life, as it pertains to my real life, because everything is not all hunky-dory behind the scenes. And if they're pushing that narrative, they are lying to you, and they're not real. They're not truthful. And that's something that is just aggravating and irritating, y'all. That's my cat in the background. She is playing with one of her cat toys. All right. I just had to come on here and say that. Then you have a lot of these, and I can tell because I work with children right now, and I'm going to have story time about what just happened to me today and yesterday, but I don't want to get too much into it right now. But I can tell when there are usually melanated children are the ones that are having these issues in the classroom setting. And I'm going to tell you, because it was only 3 melanated girls in this particular class. And guess what? These 3 melanated girls, no, I take that back. It's 4. 3 of them had issues ever since I've been helping out with this class, okay, for the last 3 weeks. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why this is always the case. And it doesn't matter what school you go to. It's usually the melanated children having the same issues, behavioral issues, attitude problems, don't want to listen, talking too much, just bickering, arguing, bad attitudes. This is not cute. And they get it from being at home. They get it from their mama. She get it from her mama. She got it from her mama. It's not cute. And when your child is using improper grammar in an ELA class that teaches English, I ain't gotta, I ain't got no, I'm finna. We don't use these type of colloquialisms in a classroom setting. And when your child has no decorum when it comes to conflict resolution, that is a problem. Because where do you think that stems from? That is related to the background from which they come. That is related to all the things that they're surrounded by in their environment. And when you have two melanated girls that get picked up by a parent and dropped off at the other one's house, and they're spending the night at each other's house, and then on top of that, they're having sleepovers, staying up till 11 o'clock at night, coming to school the next morning, falling asleep during end of grade testing that determines if you go to the next grade. That is an issue. When one of the children tells you, oh, the reason that she's falling asleep in class is because she spent the night at my house and we was up until 11 o'clock. That's not okay. When someone is being disrespectful to other class members and you correct them and they want to have an attitude. When you tell a child to take out your math journal, take out your literacy journal, this is literacy or math time like the rest of the class, and they don't want to, and they want to be defiant and have an attitude, that is a problem. When they're falling asleep consistently and you have to wake them up because they cannot go to sleep in school and then they want to have an attitude, that is a problem. When you try to correct a child and tell them not to be disrespectful to the other children in the classroom because they are being very disrespectful, and they also had disrespected myself and they don't like it, and then they try to twist it around and say that you always do this to them, that is a problem. So it's manipulation, it's gaslighting. Where do you think they've learned these things from? It's because they came from a household that exhibits these behaviors. That's where this comes from. And this needs to stop, because these children are going to grow up to be young adults doing this to other people in society and on jobs, and the cycle repeats itself. Y'all, I am going to get into a story with y'all because this is very interesting. This is third grade that I'm talking about, 8, 9, maybe 10-year-olds, no older than that. And if they can do this in third grade and they're supposed to be going to fourth grade, what do you think is going to happen when they get to middle school, high school, and if they graduate? What do you think is going to happen? So 2 of these melanated girls decided they want to bully another one of the melanated girls in the class. I had to grab her arm yesterday and have her to walk with me because one of them wanted to get in her face and talk about what she was going to do to her. And I'm like, this is very bold behavior while we're outside at recess, when I'm standing in earshot and you have all the other children around witnessing this behavior. It got to the point where I got pulled out of class, and because the mother was very concerned that this young girl did not want to come to school the rest of the remaining of the school year because of the threats that she was receiving from the other 2 girls in class that are having sleepovers together. Please keep in mind that these 2 girls that have sleepovers together have gotten into it this week with one another. One girl was crying in the cafeteria about the other girl talking about her. And then she said to me, and she's talking about my mama. So, already I know where this behavior comes from and what they are accustomed to. So I did not have time to sort this all out. I told her that I would have a talk with the other girl, and then I arranged a schedule with the school counselor because they need to learn conflict resolution. All of that back talking in class and, going back and forth and having attitude, that is ghetto mentality. That is ratchet behavior. And when you try to correct them and they don't like how they're being corrected, Sometimes they can go home and twist the story around because they're manipulative. They know how to gaslight because they have watched their mother do this, probably with their father, if they have a father in the household. Because I heard one of the children say, yeah, that's what my mama be saying. She's tired of all these kids. So there you have it. You have people procreating, reproducing, and not having the proper resources and tools to raise a child in a household that is thriving and teaches them proper conflict resolution. So why do you think the children are coming to school bullying one another, getting in each other's faces, back talking to the teacher, being disrespectful to other classmates, don't want to be corrected, having sassy attitudes, don't want to participate, think they can keep talking and not have to listen to direction and have things their way and want to be the leader of the classroom? Why do you think this happens? Do you think this just happens out of thin air? No, it does not. This happens because you have a lot of single mothers out there having multiple children. I have seen the stories. I have witnessed it firsthand where they have multiple children in the house. They cannot properly attend to all the children in the household. So they basically leave the children to their own devices. And these children are being raised by social media, television, and watching whomever is in their environment. And then they actually start to imitate what they see in their surroundings, in their environment, y'all. It is extremely difficult to watch because Brown Girls Are Beautiful does not endorse ratchet behavior, and especially ratchet behavior in children that are still developing into young adults. We need to do better as a society. And for the females out there, if you are procreating, you need to pick out a real father for the child, so you don't have to be a single mother and have a female growing up exhibiting these behaviors and these characteristics. It's not cute. It's not cute at all, and it's not attractive. And anybody that thinks that this ratchetness mentality, this ghetto mentality is cute, something is clearly dysfunctional about you. That's one thing I've noticed about the melanated culture. They make dysfunction normalized. And if you don't want to live in dysfunction, then they try to turn around and say something is wrong with you. If you try to use proper grammar, they say that you're trying to be proper. You're speaking white. You're trying to be Caucasian. You think you're a valley girl. But if you start using ebonics and improper grammar, then that's fine, because you basically bring your standards down to a whole different level and you can fit in with them. If you smoke weed and you wear hair weave and you are a single mother with multiple baby daddies and you're on public assistance, then you can fit in with them. But if you're trying to elevate in life and you're doing more with yourself, you don't fit in with them, and then you're a threat, you're a problem, you're an outcast, and guess what? They will try to bully you as well. These are grown adults that I'm talking about. Are they really grown adults, or are they in grown bodies with a childlike mentality? And I have to say, some children are more mature than the adults. Y'all, this is a quick episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. I am just scratching the surface with this because I am tired of seeing what's going on in the melanated community, in the melanated society, in the melanated environment. If you can get away from these people, get away and stay away. Don't look back and don't worry about what they say about you. Just like that, I am signing out. Until next time, you all stay blessed. I want to give a special recognition to all of my ultimate warriors and my angelic warriors, you all. Continue to walk in your divinity. Stay winning. Until next time, I am signing out.